It's a story of a young woman. She was struggling to make ends meet, provide for her family. She had just gone through a really rough divorce, and she was about to lose her house. Let me show you her story and how it affected me and my family personally. Watch this.
Like a lot of people across America, this past year, Amanda Zitch has struggled to stay in her home.
I have a big mortgage for my house. The house is very much so underwater, and it's just me, I'm a single mom.
Making it all the more difficult, the 30-year-old from Mount Lake Terrace, Washington, is newly divorced and a single mom to a 3-year-old girl named Ella.
It's kind of scary, you know, being a single mom and having this big mortgage to pay for.
Yet, she refused to ask for help from friends and family.
My parents are there ready to help when I need it, but I really want to do it on my own.
Instead, she tapped into her own entrepreneurial spirit, opening up her own online vintage clothing shop.
I look at it kind of as a great form of recycling. I find treasures and able to pass them on to people that really love them, and it just really fulfills me. It's really my passion in life.
She often searches the racks of her local Goodwill for unique vintage pieces to sell at her online store.
January 2010 was the first month I actually made any money. Not much, and each month I've made more. So I don't know how much I can actually make, but last month I made over $3,000 profit.
The site is helping her bring in a little extra cash she needs, but it also helps her do something so much more.
If I found somebody else's personal property at the Goodwill, I would want to return it to them right away. It was someone's personal item that needed to go back to its owner. That's how I looked at it, as not something to make money off of.
Recently, she came across something. A custom-made Revolutionary War coat. The name tag inside read, Bill Beck.
It said on the tag for the wardrobe of Bill Beck, Mount Vernon, Washington, and I thought, who is this Bill Beck fellow that gets coats exclusively made for him? So I Googled it, and Glenn Beck's name popped right up, and called my mom immediately, and I said, I think I have Glenn Beck's dad's coat.
My mom handmade this coat for my dad, sewing a custom-made label into the lining and hearts into the swing coat tails. I hadn't seen this coat since about 1976 or 77.
I saw the hearts embroidered on the inside of the jacket, and I thought that it must have been made with love to put those hearts on the inside. It was a real special thing.
My dad and my family dressed up in Revolutionary gear. It was to celebrate the bicentennial, but it was also a way to draw attention to the town. It caused a rift in the community, and my family took a lot of heat. But my mom and dad stood their ground, and those ideas have stood the test of time. Apparently, so has the coat. Amanda says she probably would have gotten about $300 or $400 for that coat on her online shop. But instead, she chose to send it to me, and I am grateful to her for that. For me, the coat has invaluable memories sewn up into it.
I think it's a great story to tell my daughter one day about how I found this coat that belonged to somebody famous and returned it to him, and had a good deed, and it's a good lesson to share with her.
When I called Amanda after I received the coat, she wanted no fame or fortune for her kindness. I could tell that she knows she's leading by example. Just as I once looked up to and admired my dad in his custom coat, Ella is looking up to and watching her mom's actions today.
I hope she learns to be selfless and to do things for others without thinking about what happens in return.
I was on my way home from a doctor's appointment when I finally got Amanda's phone number. And I had just received the coat that morning in my office. And I called her up. And I had a great conversation with her. It didn't last long. And I hung up. And I looked at my assistant who was there. And I said, she never ever mentioned the name of her business. She never asked me for a dime. She was just happy I got the coat. I said, can you ask her if we can put her and her daughter on a plane and bring her to New York? I want you to meet Amanda. Next. That is my father's jacket that my mother made for my father when they were trying to save our little hometown of Mount Vernon, Washington, which, by the way, it's a great town. Go visit and see some of the specialty shops and go see a movie in the Lincoln Theater. It's where I saw Star Wars. It's unbelievable. That jacket I hadn't seen forever. And Amanda Zitch, she found that jacket at a Goodwill store outside of Seattle. And then, hi, by the way, how are you?
Good.
You are my hero.
Stop.
How did you find the jacket? You went to Goodwill and...
I go to a lot of thrift stores.
Yeah.
Looking for stuff to sell to make the money for save my house. And
somebody actually would have bought that?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
When you called your mom and said, I think I have Glenn Beck's dad's jacket, right? And your mom, did she think you did or not?
She said, well, you should probably contact, but she kind of didn't believe me, I don't think. I think it was...
we get, just my radio show address gets 5,000 emails every single day. And we read them all. And this one actually came to me. It was forwarded up to me. And a guy walks into my office that morning, and he said, is this your father's jacket? Just out of the blue. And I went, oh, my gosh, let me see that. Yeah, I think it is. And what I said to him, he told me the story that you had found it, and you just wanted to know if it was, you know, you were running a vintage clothing store. And I said, oh, boy, this is going to hurt. Ask her how much. And I just figured somebody is just going to take and just, especially in Seattle, the odds are very high that you would hate me, and just bleed me dry. And then 2 days later, the coat shows up, and I said, what did we pay for it? What did she charge? And they said, nothing. Why?
Well, it belonged to you. Well, I thought it did, so I thought it should go back to its owner.
And you started this because you just went through a really hard divorce. And the banker told you, basically, about 80% of the people that are in your situation will lose their house.
Yes.
And you decided not to be a victim.
Trying very hard.
Right. How's business? Hang on just a second. Where is it? Let me ask.
Oh, my goodness.
How's business?
Good.
Is it?
It's
what could you find here?
Oh, I have about 1,000 things for sale right now.
1,000 things that are like really, really great bargains and well cared for and wonderful stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Please go here, please. Please. What are you watching the show for? Go here. Here's a woman. Do you hate her child? Is that what it is? You want her baby girl? You should see Ella. She's so cute. Do you want her not to have food? Is that what it is?
Oh, my goodness.
Because she can eat if you go here and buy stuff. I know we're not. I know this whole show is about don't buy stuff, but this isn't working out well for me. Okay. Don't buy other stuff. Just buy this stuff.
There we go.
So you now have this business online, and it is, you still have another job. This is your second job.
Second job.
And you work for?
The local health department.
Which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
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 It could be worse. You could work for the TSA.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Which is strangely becoming almost the same thing. So what do you do from here? Where do you, is this shop something that you think, I'm really, this is me? Or is this a stepping stone?
I love my shop. I love vintage clothing. It's my passion. I'm excited to have found it. It's a great, I'm happy right now, really happy. Divorce is over.
Did you think that that was possible a couple of years ago?
No. About a year ago? No.
Yeah. America, first of all, I am grateful for you. I am grateful for that jacket. I can't tell you what it means to me. And I am grateful for your example that people who just want to do the right thing still do it. There are still decent people. And I am grateful for your example of someone who wasn't going to live off the backs of somebody else. You reached inside yourself and you did it. You're a hero. I don't know if you know that. You're a hero. And hopefully you'll be able to burn this show to a DVD, and when your daughter is old enough, you can play it. And Ella, be like your mom. She's a hero. Back in a minute.